called on the calling evening, February 17th, 1971 Sri Krishna Niketan,
हाँ हाँ
Gopur, Uttar Pradesh.
मतलब ये जब this is the real picture of Krishna, the Supreme Personality of God. Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Krishna has no other business. Vrindavanam Parityajya Padam Ekam Nagachyati. Krishna is means original Krishna or the Adi Purusha, which is known as Adi Purusha. He is always in Vrindavan, but he expands himself as Vasudev, Sankarshan, Aniruddha, Pradyumna, so many, unlimited expansion. But the original form is in Vrindavan. Ishara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadi Radi Govinda Sarvakarana Karana. Aham sarvasya prabhava matta sarvam prabhasya janmadasya jataha. These are the Vedic evidences. Krishna himself says, matta paratarang nanya kinchi jasri dhananjana. That Supreme Personality of Godhead is always engaged in pleasure potency. Radharani is the pleasure potency of Krishna. This is explained by Sarup Damodar Goswami. Radha Krishna Pranaya Brikiti Alladini Shakti Rasmat Ekatmanavapi Deho Bhedo Gato To Chaitanya Prakatam Taddayam Chaikamatyam Vande Radha Bhava Duti Suvalitam Chaitanya Sangam. So, Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, when he wants to enjoy, he exhibits his pleasure potency. He is Parabrahma. For Brahmananda, for enjoying the transcendental pleasure, here we see many great saintly persons, sages, they give up this material enjoyment for enjoying spiritual enjoyment. Brahmananda, which is known as Brahmananda. Brahmananda means unlimited Ananda. Here in this world, there is a reflection of Ananda, of Brahmananda. But it is flickering, temporary. Therefore, it is said in the Shastras, Ramante Yogina Anante. Those who are yogis, yogis means those are realizing transcendental position. They are called yogis. They may be divided into three categories. The Jnanis, the Hatha yogis, or the Bhakta yogis, they are all called yogis. The Ramante Yogina Anante. Yogi's target of enjoyment is to touch the unlimited. Here there is no a perception of unlimited pleasure. That is, it is flickering. Ramante Yogina Anante Satyanande, that is real pleasure. Here the pleasure is like this, that somebody is offering that you take these rasagullas and after eating rasagulla I shall beat you with shoes. Here the pleasure is like that. You eat rasagulla and then be beaten by shoes. Perhaps we have got all experience of this, but actual ananda is Brahmananda, unlimited. Brahmananda means unlimited. There is no, it is increasing. Anandamriti vardhanam. When you get to everyone we are seeking after ananda. Anandamaya abhyasat. Because Krishna is Anandamaya and we are part and parcel of Krishna. Naturally, we are also Anandamaya. But we are fallen in the circumstances where there is no Ananda. In this material world, there cannot be any Ananda. Those who are seeking after Ananda, they are under illusion. Will the wisp. There is no Ananda. Why there is no Ananda? There are so many things to enjoy. No. Krishna says that this place is dukkhalayam asasthatam. How there can be Ananda? It is certified by the Supreme Personality Godhead that it is dukkhalayam. It is a place for miserable condition of life. So how there can be Ananda? Therefore Bhagavad Gita says, those who are intelligent, they should always place before them 4 principles of miserable condition. Janma, Mittu, Jara, Vyadhi, Dukkha, Dosha, Darsana. We should not be illusioned. We should know that there is, distresses. When we take bath, we have forgotten. We do not know how much suffering we had to undergo when we was within the belly of our mother. It is very miserable condition. We have to remain there in packed up condition like this, in a bag, and it is suffocating. And because at that time the skin is very tender, there are many worms and germs within the belly mixed up with stool and urine, they bite. We have forgotten that. The actual position. Anyone who knows how a child remains within the womb of his mother, the medical profession, they also know how much it is suffocating. Suppose you are packed up in a bag. It is simply by the mercy of God, Krishna, that we can remain in that condition. If you are put again into that condition, you will immediately die. So, we have forgotten what is the distress to remain in the womb of mother. And that also sometimes a child is killed. At the present moment, advanced civilization, pregnancy is killed sometimes. So, we cannot see him life. We die within the womb of a mother and again enter another womb. It may be we die again. So just try to understand what is the miserable condition of birth. But because we forget, we think we are very happy. And again, not only that, as soon as we take bath, again a new chapter of life begins. Again you, even after coming out of the womb, when we are little child, we cry. There may be mosquito biting or bugs biting or something in the belly, twirling, crying. Mother is trying to pacify, but we are crying, we cannot express. So these are the miserable condition of life. Krishna says it is dukkhalayam sasatam. So, under the illusion of Maya, as soon as we get out of the womb, we forget everything, what we are suffering. And because the mother and relatives they take on the lap, we forget. So this is the condition, miserable condition of birth. And similarly, miserable condition of death. When one is lying in coma, so many sufferings going on, so many dreaming, the Jamadutta is coming, sometimes the man on the deathbed cries. It's so much suffering, but there is no remedy. Everyone is helpless. So that is the miserable condition of death. And then janma mrityu, jara, old age. Just like we have now come to the old age, there are so many troubles. Sometimes heart failure, sometimes there is so many troubles. You know everyone. So janma mrityu, jara and vyadhi. So long you have got this body, you will have so many diseases. So how you can get rid of this dukkha? Therefore it is dukkhalayam sasatam. How you consider that we shall make it adjusted? That is not possible. Therefore it is the duty. This human form of life is meant for realizing what is my position. That Bhagavad says, Nayang deha deho bhajang niloke kastan kaman arahati vir bhujang. The Bhagavad says that this life, this human form of life, aham deha, ayam deha. Nayang deha deho bhajang niloke. Niloke means the human form of life. It is not meant for working hard day and night and live like a hog. The hog's life we have got experience. They eat stool all day long working, and they have got some pleasure, sex pleasure, without any discrimination. A person who has no discrimination of sex life, who has no discrimination of eating, he is given the birth of a hog. He has to take the birth like a hog. Because our activities are judged by higher authorities. Karmana daiva netrena. We are acting, but there is a higher authority who is judging our action, what kind of action. Because in the human form is an opportunity. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is sitting in your heart along with you as friend, as witnessing what you are doing. And if you are desiring unlimited sex life and unlimited eating without any restriction, then Krishna gives you, because the human society, it is not possible. There are so many restrictions, even from social laws, political laws. But animal life, there is no restriction. Anyone can have sex life, and the dogs and hogs on the street, in the open place, because they are animals. There is no law. But a human being, if he does so, then he is punishable. So why? Because human being, all the laws, all the books are meant for human beings. In the Chaitanya Chaitamrita, it is said, Anadi Bahirmokh Jeev Krishna Bhuli Gela, অতএব কৃষ্ণ বেদ পুরাণ করিল। Why these Vedas and Puranas and the Vedic literature are there? It is for human beings, not for the cats and dogs. So, this human form of life should be utilized. In our, especially India, the land of Vedic culture, we should utilize. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu therefore said that Bharat bhumite manusya janma hoila ja, janma sartha kori karo paropakar. In India, one who has taken birth as a human being, it is his duty to make his life perfect, because there are so many, authentic literatures. So if we don't take advantage of these literatures, then we cannot make our life perfect. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu advises that you make your life perfect and distribute this Vedic knowledge to the whole of the world. Paropakar. Paropakar. We are meant for paropakar, not for exploiting. That is the duty of the Indian. Unfortunately, neither we are inclined to make our life perfect by understanding the Vedic literature. Therefore, we are begging. Instead of doing paropakar, we are begging. This should be stopped. And the essence of all Vedic literature is Bhagavad Gita. If we study Bhagavad Gita as it is, our life will be perfect, undoubtedly. But unfortunately, we also misinterpret Bhagavad Gita according to our own whims, and therefore we are misguided. We cannot take the essence of Bhagavad Gita, and therefore this human form of life is also lost, and we cannot do any welfare activities in the world. So this Krishna consciousness movement is meant for that purpose according to the order of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That make your life perfect and distribute the Vedic knowledge throughout the whole world. The time has come. This Bhagavad Gita is being presented as it is in the foreign countries, and you can see simply by chanting this Hare Krishna mantra and studying Bhagavad Gita as it is, how these boys and girls, they are in ecstasy. They are in the spiritual platform. You cannot expect such dancing and such joyful attitude in the material world. It is not possible. They are in the spiritual world. Yes. March abhyavicharni bhakti yogena ja sevate sa gunana samatita etana brahma bhuyaya kalpata. If you are situated in bhakti yoga, abhyavicharni, without any adulteration, the adulteration is most dangerous. Bhakti yoga means annavilasita sannam ज्ञान कर्माद अनावृतम आनुकुल्येन कृष्णानुशीलनम भक्ति रुत्तम. Simply you have to cultivate Krishna consciousness favorably, not unfavorably. Krishna conscious, to become Krishna conscious unfavorably, that is not bhakti. That's why Kamsa. Kamsa was also Krishna conscious. He was always thinking of Krishna. As soon as Krishna is born, please bring it. Or inform me, I shall immediately kill Krishna. When Krishna was in the womb of his mother Devaki, Kamsa was Krishna conscious. He could understand that Krishna is now, because Devaki is seen now so much glowing, so he could understand. He sometimes wanted to kill Devaki. Then he restrained himself that if I kill Devaki in pregnancy, it will be great, I would say, bad reputation. So he restrained himself. But therefore, he was always thinking of Krishna, but he was thinking of Krishna unfavorably. So similarly, those who are reading Bhagavad Gita unfavorably, means in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is the principal factor. But anyone who is trying to kill Krishna and reading Bhagavad Gita, that is conscious reading. That is not bhakti. That is going on. Great scholars, they are trying to kill Krishna by reading Bhagavad Gita. So this has to be stopped. We are preaching Krishna consciousness on this basis. That don't try to kill Krishna. Krishna cannot be killed. You will be killed. You will be killed. Krishna cannot be killed. When I went to Western countries, they say that God is dead. Here also in our country, so many people say that Krishna came. He is dead and gone. Now I am greater than Krishna. So many rascal incarnations. I am greater than Krishna. I say, this is going on. So by this way, you cannot be happy. You must be Krishna conscious. Manmana bhava mad bhakta madhyadi mang namaskuru. This is Krishna conscious. So if you act like that, as it is stated in the Bhagavad Gita, imang parampara praptam, imang rajan sayo vidu. We have to understand Bhagavad Gita through the parampara system, not whimsically. I think it is my opinion. What you are? Nonsense, so your opinion. This process should be given now. We should understand, as Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, that imang vivassate jugam pratvan aham abhyam vivasan manave praho manu ikha gavibram evam parampara praptam imang rajasayo vidu. So you have to understand Bhagavad Gita from parampara system, not from the rascals. That will not do. So what is that parampara system? That parampara system, take for example, Krishna is speaking to Arjuna. Why he is speaking to Arjuna? Arjuna was not a Vedantist. He was a military man. You do not expect a military man to be highly learned and Vedantist. And he was talking to him when he was fighting, very busy hour. And still Krishna says, I will speak to you this yoga system of Bhagavad Gita because you are my devotee and dear friend. Therefore, the first qualification for understanding Bhagavad Gita is to become a dear friend of Krishna. And if you are a consa, what you will understand? Bhagavad Gita. If your motive is to kill Krishna by reading Bhagavad Gita, just like Dr. Radhakrishna says when he is explaining this verse, Manmana bhava mad bhakta madhyadi manasa. It is not to Krishna. He directly says, he is advising and not to surrender to Krishna. It is the unborn which is within Krishna. He does not know. There is no within without Krishna. Krishna is absolute. He has no knowledge. Still he is trying to comment on Bhagavad Gita. This is God. So our Krishna consciousness movement is to awaken the dormant Krishna consciousness which is lying within everyone's heart. It is not artificial. It is not that I have spoken to these boys and girls in America and all over the world. With my speeches they have been enticed and they are Krishna conscious. No. Nobody has such power that simply by artificial, by speaking, one can convert. That is not possible. The real mystery is, as it is stated in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Nitya Siddha Krishna Bhakti Saddha Kabhu Noy Savanadi Shuddha Chitte Karaye Udoy. Krishna Bhakti, Krishna consciousness is in everyone's heart, dormant. Every living entity, because every living entity is part and parcel of Krishna. Just like a father and son, there is natural affection. It is not artificial. Even there is misunderstanding between father and the son. And if they meet at a time after many years misunderstanding, immediately the affection of father and son will act. Immediately. Similarly, because we are part and parcel of Krishna, our affection for Krishna and Krishna's affection for us is eternal. Krishna is more anxious to reclaim us from this miserable condition of life than we are, because we are sons of Krishna. Sarvajonishu kamtiya sambhavanti murta. He is the father of all living entities. We are part and parcel. But Krishna is very anxious. Therefore, Chaitanya Charitamrita says, Anadi Bohirmog Jeev Krishna Bhuli Gala, Ataye Krishna Ved Purana Kariya. Just to remind us. Not only has given us Vedas and Puranas to remind us that your position is different than you are thinking. You are thinking that you are a material product. That is illusion. Aham Brahmasmi. You are Brahma Vastu. You are part and parcel of Brahma. Therefore, there are so many literatures. Vedashta sadvai ahameva ved. Just to draw your attention to come to Krishna. Just to draw your attention that you are my part and parcel. You are my eternal son. Why you are rotting in this miserable condition of life? Janma mrityu jara vyadi. Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam saranam bhaja. Therefore, Krishna's advice is, give up all nonsense and give up. Simply surrender to Krishna. Anukullena Krishnanushilanam. Just try to understand Krishna favorably, not like Kamsa or so-called scholars, but with natural affection for Krishna, then you'll be happy. That is our program. We are preaching all over this Krishna consciousness movement just to awaken their natural affection for Krishna. And in Srimad Bhagavad says, Savai pungsa paro dharma jato bhakti radho khari. Aprati. Ohitu ki aprati hata jayatma samprasidati. We have to develop our natural affection. Natural affection, just a father loves his child, child loves his father, that is natural. At least father loves his child without any thinking of remuneration. No, that is natural. Similarly, when we shall develop, awaken, not develop, it is already there, simply to awaken. How it is awaken? Sravanadi Shuddha Chitte. As you are coming here, if you try to hear the real fact of your relationship with Krishna and yourself from the Shastras, because Athay Krishna Ved Purana Koya, we have to learn from the authorized Shastra, from the Bhagavad Gita, from Srimad Bhagavata, from Vedas, not from the rascals. Then you will understand your real affection from Krishna will be awakened and your life will be successful. Samanadi Shuddha Chitte Karayuda. Satang Prasangadmo Bija Samvida Bhavanti Ritkanna Rasayana Katha. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu therefore advised Bhagavata Paragiya Bhagavata Sthane. We have to understand Srimad Bhagavatam from the person Bhagavatam whose life is simply Krishna consciousness. Then you will understand Bhagavad. Not from the professional leaders. You cannot understand. Sanatana Goswami has prohibited strictly Avaishnava Mukhad Girna Kris Pukta Hari Kathamritam Savanam Nakasta. When he is not Vaishnava in his behavior, Shuddha Vaishnava, Sanatana Goswami says, even he speaks Hari Kathamritam, the message of Krishna, it is not to be heard. Because he will not present real Krishna, he will present adulterated Krishna, or his business will be to kill Krishna, that's all. So, this movement is cultural movement, Krishna cultural movement. Of course, it is Indian movement, but it is not for only, meant for only for the Indians. It is meant for everyone. Because everywhere there are Krishna's parts and parcels. So, if we want to be free from the clutches of Maya, the formula is very simple. Formula is very simple. In the Bhagavad Gita it is said, Daivijji sa gunamayi mama maya durataya. To become liberated, to become free from the contamination of this Mayic illusion or Maya. There are many yogis, they are trying to get out of the clutches of Maya. But the method is simple according to Bhagavad Gita. Krishna says, Daivijji sa gunamayi mama maya durataya. You can try to get rid of out of the clutches of Maya in different ways, but it is very, very strong. It is not so easy to get out of the clutches of Maya. But immediately he says, Mame vaja prapaddante Maya metang taranti. Simply by surrendering unto Krishna. What is that surrendering? Krishna, I forgot you for so many births, from time immemorial. Now I surrender unto you. Please accept. This simple method. This simple method will make you liberated. If you do it sincerely, without any, reservation. That we are teaching. Simply, Krishnastu Bhagavan Sam. And you surrender to Krishna, and everything will be perfect. Your life will be perfect. That is the injunction of all Shastras, and especially Bhagavad Gita, the Supreme Personality of God is teaching personally. Why do you say there is no God? What is God? I was surprised when I was speaking in the Berkeley University, one Indian girl asked me, Swamiji, what is God? You see, I inquired from, are you Indian? You are so misfortunate, you are coming from India. India is the place of Lord Krishna, Lord Ramchandra, and you are asking me what is God. So much degradation. आपन धन बिलाए दिए भिक्षा मांगे पड़े थे. So you should be careful now. You take to Krishna consciousness very seriously and you will be happy. That is our proposition. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.